This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jets of St. Louis.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready. Check two. Ultra. Cut.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Strike. Set, cut.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. Set.
Here's Ritter. This one into the hands of Pitts. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
6:30.
Now Rodgers.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. The Jets at 4-7 now in the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall.
To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
A legend.
it makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
I'll go over here.
On first down, right back to Hall.
Shows his strength at the 50. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he's able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Hall again on second down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Reuter. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
First down, here's Ritter. He's got his man, London, right side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Ready?
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Falcons 14, Jets 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up. And a short pickup to about the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it, but they just gave up a score.
Jolly, don't let Jolly.
Ball again on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
In motion right, that's Hardman. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Wide left. All right. Over.
Now it's Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Hall again on 2nd down. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 12 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
5. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
This 2nd and 4. Ritter to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Ritter now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Ball right on the 50-yard line, and here's 2nd and 5.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Rodgers now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice gain there for a first down.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Their own 24-yard line.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Ready?
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Ritter off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Hey, check Mega.
Option play, here's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Again, it's Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. That is caught. Touchdown. Scotty Miller
his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the...
This is intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, go Fury.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Ritter. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
2nd and 9.
At the 16-yard line.
Going play action. Ritter.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Falcons are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
30.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down.
finding Hardman here over the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll give to Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the touchdown. Breece Hall, 58 yards. And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time.
First down, Falcons.
Got it. Striker, 3-3. Ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This ball down the field for Pitts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 40 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Jets, 16. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's good for a St. Louis.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That's good for Jets.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Jolly, don't let Jolly.
Now Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 42.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
Ready.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.